Hello, how you doing? Today I'm going to talk about cages for your smartphones. If you're on a budget and can't really afford the big high-end mirrorless cameras and lenses, but you have a decent modern smartphone with good lenses and sensors in it, I'm going to teach you about cages, the ecosystem around it, all the accessories and mounts you can get for them, so you can add on wireless microphones and so on, and shoot better audio and video. If that's you, you're on a budget and you want to shoot better footage with your smartphone, stick around. That's what I'm going to talk about.
Winterland, tell me all your secrets. Fill me in on your wildest moments. Colored trees, your yellow leaves move me. Dancing roofs, your painted red shakes the room. When I get there, I'll let my feet roll. When I get there, I'll break in your...
Okay, cages for our smartphones. There's a lot on the table here. I put it all here. It might look a wee bit cluttered, but I want to be able to access stuff so I can visualize it for you a little. So there are two kinds of cages you need to know about for your smartphones. There's universal ones, which will handle all sorts of sizes of your smartphones, from your iPhone 15 Pro Maxes and your Android larger phones, to your smaller, your wee tiny mini ones and so on. And they're universal in the sense that they have a clamp that just goes up and down and will clamp on the different size of phones. So it just loosens and tightens on the back, right? So there are plastic ones and then there are metal ones. And obviously the price will be different because of the materials on it. So you get your universal plastic ones. I got a no brand one here and I put some handles and stuff on I'll talk about in a minute. But it just came not with these side handles or this top. Just comes like most of them do, just with these handles built into them. They're plastic. We've got 3 cold shoes and then you mount on your little attachments on top, and then you've got 1/4-inch threads on the sides and bottoms and so on, so you can mount other features like side handles like this. I'll explain why you might want to do that as we go along here. So you've got your plastic ones. This bit here without the side handles is only like £5. You get them right up to about £30–40 for the plastic ones, depending on the quality of them and the features and the brand and so on. I like this one here. Now I attached this top handle, didn't come with it. It's just a cold shoe mount. And again, if I can just loosen that, that comes off and that's what you get. Comes with a wee clamp. And this side handle specifically comes with a wee, see a picture of a camera here. It's actually a wee Bluetooth trigger that you can push. So you take your camera, you put it in your universal mount. You'll open up your smartphone, go to your Bluetooth settings and pair it with the wee smartphone. And then that's it. So if you notice there, let's see, push down a wee bit more just so I can get my hands on the grips. So these are thicker grips. This off-brand one was really thin. That's why I attached these other things in part. But this is the better one. But one of the better ones I've appreciated here is the one by Neewer, N-E-E-W-E-R. Because the size of the side grips on these was brilliant. These handles are really rugged. So I love this. It also came with these wee D-rings and a strap. So if you wanted to attach your phone, but these modern ones are more expensive. If you're working with volunteers, you don't want to drop it. Just like a normal camera, you get your wee straps, put it around, and you can just either rest your arms or you don't have to worry about them dropping it. Especially if you're working with young people and volunteers, these kind of things are handy. So loved how firm this was, a lot more rugged, also really light. And I attached again another wee cold shoe top handle there, and that's so I can shoot. You're teaching people about filming a little bit, you want to teach them about getting low shots and high shots and different angles. And that's why I have these top handles, so it makes it easy ergonomically just to hold that there rather than just squatting every time. So I like that one by Neewer, again, universal clamp. Got your cold shoe mounts, you've got your 1/4-inch threads on one side in this and on the bottom, so you can attach, say, a wee mini tripod or so on onto it. One of the reasons, another one I just seen is the difference, which that makes sense to me, is one by JJC. And they have extension handles, so normally you just come with this inner bit and not these external bits. Comes with extension handles and we strap just for extra bits. And I like that for this reason. Now, it's not as sturdy as the Neewer one, but it's fine. It's plastic, it's rugged enough. Take a wee bit of a beating. But you can put your camera into that, and sometimes when you're putting your camera in, and I'll show you what I mean. So here's a bespoke one from an iPhone 15. So it's not a universal one. I'll show you this one in more detail in a minute. But you'll notice that there's cables and stuff that go in here. Say this is a wireless radio mic that I want to get into my phone. So I've got a transmitter on the person I'm filming. And I've attached a wee light on here as well. But this sometimes it's just a wee bit tricky where to put your fingers. And I like the idea of these extension handles. And that's partly why we put them on the side of our own other rigs, is because then the cables, you don't have your hand in there trying to dodge cables. There's further out. What's nice about this one also, comes with a wee Bluetooth trigger. And if you're right-handed, you can just push the trigger there. If you're left-handed, you can swap it over to the other side. And I've got the wee mount there, and you can shoot it there. And again, universal clamp on this side. Put it in. Got your cold shoe mounts, 1/4" threads. I have a 1/4" thread and a wee Arca Swiss mount, which is standard for kind of photography cameras and DSLR mirrorless cameras. As opposed to your big cinema rig cameras, they will use bigger mounts. So different ways you can get them universal ones. Some of them come with little Bluetooth triggers, as I said. Some don't, some are just cages, and you just have to push the phone yourself. But if you've got the wee triggers, it's good. You don't have to take your hand off it and then risk making the footage a bit more shaky. So like that, as I said, they're the plastic ones, and then there are metal ones. So here's a universal one by Ulanzi. Came with this cage, came with these side handles that just screw on and off. They're wee airy mounts. Now, if you don't know about all the ecosystem, different kinds of mounts, watch my video on camera cages and mounts accessories on my channel as well. I'll put a wee link in it, or put it on the card at the end. So there are about 8 main ones and a couple other bespoke ones outside of that, but I'll focus mainly on the main ones you'll see in a lot of this stuff. So start with your 1/4" threads, your cold shoes, your airy locating mounts, and you have NATO rails, which are these little rails that you can attach to your wee threads and have wee clamps that go on that. I'll show you one over here in a minute. But you get these cages, they're metal, and this also came with a wee quick release, wee universal mount here that you can attach either a power bank, or your phone to run a wee bit longer, or you can put an SSD drive in there and run it into your phone and record, say on the iPhone 15 Pro Max. It's got USB-C now, and you can record out to your SSD drive. And so these little mounts help you hold that, makes your ergonomics fine. Put your camera in here. I've attached another wee on-camera mic. This is by Shure, and this one has a wee USB cable out and also has a headphone, so I can listen and hear what's going on there as well. So that's another alternative. You just want to shoot that way and get some of either the ambient noise, or use radio mics if you want to clip onto them and get them speaking that way. So like that universal mount, and it's just airy locating mounts on the sides. Here's a new one I just got and arrived, and I seen it on eBay. Sunway photo with FOTO, and I like that. Again, they have this wee ability to shoot vertical with it, put your smartphone in it. And it was also bespoke in the sense that that went up higher for the longer phones. And also this little screw here, that's it widen as well. So then you can just put it in the bigger phones, clamp it down. There's a wee clip there, just tighten it. And again with the handles, it's like a wee airy 1/4" thread. And you can just take that off, and you can see them threads and so on the side. And so if you want to shoot vertical, you want to shoot horizontal, just swap it over. Same with the other one. So there's that. You can decide whether you want to handle higher or lower, depending on your own preference for ergonomics in this. Obviously, if I'm shooting, where's my phone going to be? Yes. So I'd probably put that upside down there, shouldn't I? But I can loosen that, turn it around. Hey presto, that's that problem fixed. And then I can put it on the other side, either at the top or the bottom. There's 2 mounts for it. So it's nice and rugged metal, give you protection, has wee rubber clamps there when you tighten it up so it doesn't scratch up your phone so much. And as I said, as you loosen it, you can widen it out and put it in longer phones, or loosen that thread and tighten it. Again, there's 1/4" threads everywhere along the top. There's cold shoes, and you can mount different accessories like lights, radio mics, power banks, and SSD drives and so on under things like that. So I like that new one there by Sunway Photo. Very good, nice design. So I'll talk about a couple more things you can add on to these cages when you do it, especially the audio and lighting in this. But let me just show you one more, which I just got recently, which I really like. Partly because the quick release feature is the best I've seen yet. Is this one actually by Small Rig for my iPhone 15 Pro or Pro Max. You can get them different versions on them. So what's nice about this, so I just take out the wee USB-C cable for the radio mic, I like this because of the quick release. That's the fastest I've seen yet. You just take it off. If I want to start shooting vertical, I just attach it to the side. Same with this, take it off, attach it to the side, and now I'm shooting vertical. We light on there, and then reattach my radio mic. Open up your, say, Blackmagic camera app, and you can film there. Now, this is a filter, and it's a veritable MD filter, a VMD filter for short, and that lets you manage the light coming into your sensor through your lenses. So if it's a really bright day and your footage is overexposed, you're going to want one of these, and let me show you what that does. So here's one from my camera that I'm filming on, my mirrorless camera, and this is the variable MD filter that goes on the lens. And if you notice, if it's using this behind me, if I just turn that, you can see it just goes dark. Again, it just blocks the amount of light coming into the sensor in case it's overexposed. And if it's too dark, you can let in more light as well. So that's all that is for your smartphones. Sometimes people are trying to manage the light coming in, it's too overexposed. And I have a wee Godox light here on the top that I've just attached. If you need a wee kick light and it's too dark, there's another square one by Godox. This is Aperture MC lights, small rig, and shift cam. So there's different brands that do these wee small lights. Now you can't light up a whole area. This is just for the run and gun if you're in a dark place, that can give you a wee bit of light. If you need something more, you're going to want the lights, the kind of lights you get for film studios and so on. So again, you're trying to keep the budget down. You can't afford big mirrorless cameras, so you get a cage for your modern smartphone because it's got decent lenses and sensors on it, and you can add some of the features. One of the features is radio mics. You've seen it on this one over here. This is the Rode Wireless Pro, and it comes with 2 transmitters and 1 receiver. So I can be interviewing somebody, put a transmitter on them, one on me, I can ask them some questions, and the receiver will get both of our audios coming through into the phone and recorded onto the video. So you're getting really clean audio coming into your smartphone, and that's great. DJI do a version of this as well. And then, as I said, there's a number of lights you can get. And again, if you're going on budget, there's 2 other ways you can do this. So let me give you an example. Let's take my phone here, just a wee dummy one here. So there are people who are doing 3D prints, and they're thinking, actually, the ergonomics of holding a phone, your fingers getting away, things get a bit wobbly, jittery. So they've come off with little prints like this. Your phone slides into it, and now you've got a good handle like you have your more traditional ones. And so you can hold that better. There's little 1/4-inch mounts on it. And this one comes actually with the ability to put your Samsung SSD drives in it as well if you want to record. And then all you need, I have over here, is the wee USB-C to C cable, and you can go into the drive and into your phone and link that up. So that's handy. There are other brands that are doing versions of it. If you just want to attach an SSD drive to your phone, there's little 3D prints versions of that people have, and you'll just slide that on and your SSD drive will go on the end. Different ways of getting very minimalist. So that's clever. And then you've got 2 brands here. I'll show you. That's one brand, but they do 2 different models. This is Ulanzi's ones, smaller one. Again, the phone will, I'll just use the bigger one. They have little universal clamps, and they both have little Bluetooth pairing triggers on them. So if I put that in, it goes in there, more traditional, and you have a wee trigger. What's nice about this one is they actually give you a wee mirror that you can swap around. So if you're trying to vlog a little, there's a mirror on it and you can see yourself. It's a very simple fix, but let's just see what you're filming, because you can't see it when the screen's on the other side. So wee Bluetooth trigger, wee 1/4-inch thread mounts, and that's a very simple solution also. So like that, they're both by Ulanzi. One other one that's like that is by ShiftCam, and this has batteries in it that power a MagSafe here. So if you have a MagSafe camera like in the iPhone 15 and so on, you can just put in your universal mount, and that's going to charge your phone for a bit longer. Has your Bluetooth trigger, has 1/4-inch threads, threads on top as well. So you can shoot horizontally, and what's nice about this one, you just twist it, and now you can shoot vertically. Now, most of the times I encourage people to shoot horizontally and then just edit vertically, because that keeps that other part of the footage you might want for other platforms and media like YouTube, and you might want it sort of that vertical shot. But if you're not worried about that, there you go, you're straight into vertical. So it charges it, better hand grip, has little mount options, and it also comes with a nice wee case. When you get this one by ShiftCam, it just fits into that wee handle. So that's Lovely, like that. So again, with your smartphones, different types of cases and clamps, and you can connect different accessories. And you have your plastic ones, which are cheaper, your metal ones, you have your universal ones, and you have your bespoke ones. So here's my iPhone 6 I used to have back in the day, 6S. This is one by Helium, came with a wee thread mount there, and then a 1/4 inch threads all around it. And then I can just attach handles and film with that. So same the more modern ones. Here's your smart rig one, quick release. And obviously you can get cages for your particular mirrorless cameras if you're going that route. So one of the other things about these smartphones that's interesting is people are starting to make lenses for them, and you're thinking, well, actually they've got new lenses on them and new sensors. Why are people doing this? Well, the reason why they're making lenses for them is on all these cameras, you normally have your #1 camera, and it's got the highest megapixels, say 48 megapixels on the iPhone Pro Max, and the other 2 cameras are only 12 megapixels. But you're saying to yourself, actually, if I could get a wee macro lens and a telephoto lens, but have it at 48 megapixels, that's going to be really good. That means I have more resolution on it for when I want to blow up the photograph or get more detail on a macro photograph. So people are making these lenses. You just got to get the right mounts, and there's a couple of different wee ecosystems around that, and I'll maybe leave some notes in the description here, or put up on the screen, one or two. And you get all these wee attachments that go on, that swap out for the different mounts. So for the older phones, because the sensors were smaller and the lenses were smaller, the lenses were actually, that you attached were also smaller. But with the newer ones, like the iPhone 15 and so on, you get a bigger one. So there's, it used to be the M mounts, and now you have what they call T mounts. So here's the main brands. There's lots of cheap lenses out there, but the optics and the glass aren't very good. So pay attention to the ones who are doing the better optics and working on their actual lenses. So you've got Shift Cam, Moment, Reflex, the G series. You've got Freewell, and there might be a few others which I'll put up on the screen or in the description as well. But they're the ones I'd recommend. They're getting the sort of highest reviews around some of that, which will use your #1 camera, but you can put on for macro lenses, telephoto lenses, and so on. So that's helpful. So you know you can put filters on them. So I mentioned about the ND filters. There's also CPL filters, which means if you're filming into a car, sometimes if you're trying to film, all you see is your reflection in the glass. So a CPL filter you can attach to your phone will actually just take out that effect, so you're not getting the reflection, and you can actually shoot into the car. So there are different wee filters you can get that'll go on your smartphone rigs. So if it's just plastic ones, metal ones, bespoke ones for your specific camera and model, and then you're just attaching. So this is another small rig one. Attach maybe a wee tripod. Here's ones where I put little NATO rail clamps. As I said here, there's the kind of NATO rails come in different sizes, longer ones, smaller ones, different profiles and thicknesses. And I can just bolt them on. They come with little screws, or you can buy them, attach them, and then there's the wee clamp that goes onto that rail. So it gives you a bit more of a quick release because you're just ratcheting that off. Did the same from the top. I put a rail on here, a NATO rail, and the clamp just screws, tightens on there. And then I can, again, do low footage with the top handle, pull up, I can shoot up, and then when I just want to rest or film myself even from the table, I can set that on the table. It also comes in this small rig one you can get. It's got a 1/4 inch mount at the front, so I got a wee universal mount, and you can attach your power bank or your SSD drive again and run the cables out and into it. So a bit more expensive for the metal ones, a bit more rugged, durable maybe than the plastic ones. But some of them plastic ones, like the new, I really like. I like the extension handles. Some are a bit more flimsy. I like the fact that some will have Bluetooth triggers on them. And again, if you're operating on a budget, can't afford the big end cameras, this is a nice way to sort of just manage some of that. So you can bring in your wireless audio, which is great. And you can put on a wee kick light. You need a wee bit of light on your subject or whatever you're filming. And you can put on filters if it's too bright and overexposed. Okay, that will help you get better video and help you get better audio when you're filming with your smartphone. I hope that's helpful, guys. If that was and you got some value from that, could you hit like and subscribe and hit the notification bell? I'm just trying to get the subscriptions up and getting lots of views, which is lovely. But I need to get the subscriptions up so I can monetize the channel and sort of pay for my time here. That would be much appreciated. If you want to book me and get some coaching about this here, go to productiontechmedia.com. My email's there. It's just admin@productiontechmedia.com. And you can book a wee session with me. Just send me a wee email. Great. Oh, there was one more thing. Say you don't even want a cage. Here's little options here where you can get little mounts that just twist and are universal. And I attach them to a wee mini tripod. So you can see them, another one here. So some of them are little Arca Swiss mounts, which is standard for like your photographic cameras, or that kind of form factor you see in new mirrorless cameras. So you can get different size mini tripods, have the wee clamp, have a wee universal clamp on top if you don't want to use a cage, and that's an option. And again, some of them have even cold shoes on top of that, and sometimes 1/4-inch mounts, so you can attach maybe something else to it as well. So you've got some creative options there, and that just helps you, the ergonomics of what you're doing, just to be a lot better. So as I said, you've got that, and you can attach on different things. So that's it. I'll say nothing else. Guys, thanks very much. I hope that was helpful, as I said. Go to my other videos to find about them mounts, and hit the like and notification bell. Have a great day. Catch you later.